Hi guys, welcome to the DURGASOFT project world. Here today I'm going to talk about the IEEE latest IEEE paper, that is which are discussed on top of the location based services. Here in the location based services we have lot of applications. Especially I want to be explain the modules of how to maintain the continuous location based services. See, in the major aim of this location based services, like based on the location we have to provide the services like food ordering systems like Google Maps and some kind of e-shopping websites are completely based on the location. Suppose based on the user location we have to serve the products or services. So these kind of things if you want to maintain in a continuous manner, so how to maintain these continuous things and how to maintain the privacy along with the normal location based services. Here if you look about the title, the user defined privacy grid system for continuous location based services. As part of this user defined privacy, till now we are having the privacy based on the companies, the services which are going to do. They are not giving the complete satisfaction and not maintaining the complete protection and privacy for the users sensible data. But now we want to be protect the data by providing the user defined privacy. So we want to be provide the information based on the user requirement, user necessity, based on the user choice. And so user defined privacy grid systems for continuous location based services. Here I am working on the grid system. So here I am taking the network the way I can continuously provide my location based services. That is, I have taken the grid networks, grid systems I have taken, and especially in the grid systems I am taking dynamic grid systems. So we will see what is dynamic grid system and everything we will check out in the project. Let's check out the abstract. So in this abstract location based services, we have to require the users to continuously report their location to a potentially untrusted server to obtain services based on their location. If you want to provide solutions, if you want to be get a services, we have to be continuously give the where I am in the location point of view. So if you want to be manipulate all these things, if you want to manipulate all these continuous location sharing, all these things, we have a lot of privacy risks are there. So if you want to be avoid most of these privacy risks, and if you want to maintain the whatever the security basically we are going to provide, those all the things we have to maintain in the base of fully trusted third party, and the services also maintained in the manner of dynamic grid system. So let us about what is this procedure, what we are going to do. First of all, in this system we have to provide the privacy preserving snapshot and the continuous location based services. So how to maintain the continuous location based services along with the privacy preserving, these two things we are going to deal this in our project. So check out once again the title, user defined privacy along with the grid system for continuous location based services. We need two things. We are maintaining the continuity in the location based services by sharing the location, and we are also preserving the privacy. The system only requires a semi-trusted third party responsible for carrying out the simple matching operations correctly. The semi-trusted third party does not have any information about user's location. So if the third party has the complete trusting, as a fully trusted third party only can access the complete information. As a semi-trusted third party will need some responsibility of the whole what are things we have to do it, everything we have to go in a fully manner, then only can have the continuous location, or else the location will be disconnected. Secure snapshot and continuous location privacy is guaranteed under our defined advisory models. So what are the models we have proposing? So in this module, we have to provide the snapshot and continuous location privacy. So both the things we are giving the guarantee to our system. And the next thing is the communication cost for the user does not depend on the user's desired privacy level. It only depends on the number of relevant points of interest in the victimicity of the user. So how we are maintaining the relevant desired privacy level, based on that only we can be maintain the privacy. We can preserving the privacy. So some people will go in a very public, some people will go in a very private. So based on the privacy level, I can be fix my privacy level based on the user. So that is what our title, user defined privacy. So I can choose my privacy level, my own. And although we only focus on a range and k nearest neighbor queries in this work, our system can be usually extended to support other spatial queries without changing the algorithms run by the semi-trusted third party and database server. So what we are going to do is here, however, we are going to be focus on the range. So we will not be particularly on the accurate distances. Suppose we are taking some kind of, suppose we are in the location of x point, x comma y point. So we are taking some arrangement nearly, we will take some small area among where we have residing. So we are giving the services to the particular area. Here we are not taking a particular dimensions to check where this I can, where this we have to do, up to what extent, those kind of things. In general, we are focusing on the range along with the k nearest neighbor queries. So the people who are recently searching about the neighborhood queries, all the things also we are be focusing on top of the location based services. Next, for this as the experimentally we proved that we are working on the dynamic grid system, not the normal system. We are working on the dynamic grid system, where the grid system will automatically fetch the data of the user location and automatically will cover the range of the neighborhood queries. So all these things we have to be continuously maintaining along with the privacy. So how we are doing all these things, dynamic grid computing and security to our continuous locations and privacy, everything will be taken under point of our project. Check out. So what the mobile user, this is the query server, this is the service provider. So as a mobile user, initially they can send a query along with the whatever things we need. So here encrypted query plus encrypted cell identifiers. So both the things will be transferred to the query server. Query server will be transfer the query based on the service provider. So what are the services they are providing? The particular service provider, it will choose the query server, and the query server then transfer the query to the service provider. So service provider will give the point of information to the particular query server. Again the query server will send the encrypted point of information to the mobile user. So see, check out, I means points of interest. So whatever the things I am interested, so only those things I may be get in my list. There is what the POIs. So for the each query I am sending the some of the point of interest, but based on the location. So those things we are going to be checking the data. Along with the POIs, we are matching the encrypted cell identifiers. What are the things we have to be identify in the point of cell? So those things also we will be transferring into our mobile user. Check out. Here we are showing the graph. particularly if the boy has been residing in the x comma y comma location, we have a particularly we are taking some range. So based on the complete range we are searching the data. Based on the complete range we are searching about the data. So as the graph, we are not taking the only particular things, whatever the cells it is covering the query, so all the queries we are taking, so the answer may be a exact prediction and more efficient than other results. We are covering more range of data, not only having the dimensions, we are having the x and y, we are taking a complete picture of graph data which is dynamically predicted, dynamically generated these kind of user locations, and where it will be continuously available for the service provider and both the users. Both will be covered here itself. So these are the dynamic grid systems. They are clearly showing how to maintain the dynamic grid structures and how to generate the requests by the user. So this is the example they have shown where I can dynamically generate some graph grid structure. So along with the grid structure, we have to find out the location. Based on the incremental search, we have to perform the what are the nearest neighbors we have to be taken out, and what is the exact area we have to predict. All these things we have to take it out, and after taking the incremental points, we have to fix where I can exactly show the user. So what data I need to be considered. So all the things I can check my required search area. So where I need to search about the queries, user query, the location area. So not only having that location, the graph, whatever the graph cells we have covered in this cell, all the things, all the area, the data will be located and searched, whatever the services we are providing on top of the particular location. On top of the particular location. These are the main theme of our project. As the experimental shows also, we are having high accuracy by comparing with the other modules. That is what the user-defined privacy grid system for continuous location-based services. See, in this project, majorly we are concentrating on how to maintain the continuity on top of the location-based services and how to maintain the privacy. And here also, not only we are not giving the user, we are not only giving the complete privacy statement, we are giving the user defined privacy model where automatically generated based on the user privacy level. So some people will give the high user privacy, some people will not needed the privacy, much privacy levels. So based on that it will be varies. So check out as it is the module of mobile computing. We have given what is mobile computing, structure of mobile computing, so how the things will work on. So mobile means not only from the mobile things, whatever the portable devices like smartphones, the tablet computers, the notepads, netbooks and notebooks, and ultra mobile PCs, wearable computers, almost all the palm tops, laptops. So most of the things I can be saved as a mobile, maintaining the peripherals of the mobile computing only. So I can be use my mobile computing applications in the vehicles, in the emergency areas like in the hospitals, those kind of things, wherever we are working on the wireless networks particularly. And we are using most of the traveling systems like business applications also we are using. And to check the location flexibility, most of the location based services are taking the location from the mobile applications only, mobiles only. So we can easily recognize where the mobile is with respect to where the particular providing of the maintaining system will be there. And check the existing system and proposed system. Here in the existing system, what are the disadvantages we have? The TTP model has 4 major drawbacks. So what are the drawbacks we have? Means it is difficult to find a third party that can fully trusted. See, some for applications, some of the services we are having some fully trusted services we have. Some for something we don't have this fully trusted, we have to take the help of semi-trusted only. But our project is completely failed to find fully trusted third-party services, but comparing to the semi-trusted third-party services. And here we are already discussed in the existing system, we are not having this continuity in the location transformation or sharing the location-based services. So this is also one of the major drawback. And the results, what are the things? Sometimes I am not maintaining my location is continuously. The results may be changed. The results also may be changed based on the requirement or based on the service provider needed. So sometimes this is also very big drawback of the existing system, where I am not be trusted the continuous locations which are regularly changes. And KNR reveals the approximate location of a user, and the location privacy depends on the user distributions. So it is also generating approximate locations of a user, the k-anonymity which you are using as a regularly. We need accuracy of the user location along with the privacy. So this all things we are not having in the existing system. So let's look about the proposal. As we already seen the POI as the point of interest, whatever the user is sending, the data will be encrypted based on the user privacy, the user defined privacy important, and it will be shared to the grid environment, grid systems, which are dynamically changes over the user locations and user services providers. So all these things will be changed, encrypted and decrypted based on the users. The transmit is from the query server to the service provider server. From query server to service provider server. Whatever the encrypted POIs with their corresponding encrypted identifiers are returned to the query server. Query server stores a set of encrypted POIs and only returns to the user of subset of encrypted POIs which are corresponding to identifiers which are matched with any one of the identifiers which are sent by the user. So first of all, as a query server will send the data to our service provider server, the service provider will send the data to the query server. Query server not only matches the data which is required by the user with the points of interest, along with that it also encrypts the data, and it also be again filtered based on his own location, where the location data will be continuously available for the query servers, where the location will be completely available for the query servers, so that the query servers can intellectually take the decision where I need to take the data and where I need to be stored into our query services. So after the user receives the encrypted POIs, so the person can decrypt them to their exact locations and computes a query answer. As ever we discussed, the data, whatever the queries and point of interests are encrypted. Based on the encryption which we have done, the user also be decrypted in a secure manner, and whether already the users only defined the privacy levels. So based on the same privacy levels, he can also be defined their own structure. check out how the project will be look like. This is our home page. User defined privacy grid system for continuous location based services. For continuous location based services. Here we have options like as a mobile user I can be logged in, as a query server people will log in, as a service providers will log in and they can maintain the services, they can track the services. And here as a sign up, as a registration we are giving for the mobile users along with the query services, we can be check it out and we can be easily manage the location based services. We can easily manage the location based services. Check out. I am clicking on the mobile user sign in. So this is what the mobile user sign in, username, password, and if you don't have an account we can be click on the create an account. This is what the registration page. As a sign up form, I can maintain my name, my email ID, the password, whatever the password, the retype password, mobile number I can be generated. So whatever the passwords which I have registered, so those username passwords only I am trying to log in the user member sign in page. And as a mobile user I can easily check on the grid locations, whatever the grid locations we have I can be maintain the grid IDs and grid locations. I can be click on the locations also. So not only having the locations, I can be delete the locations also. Suppose I am clicking on the each location, so the location will be displayed on top of the our grid results. So whatever the in Google Maps, with the Google Map help I am generating the my location based results. So I am registering as a query server. After registering as a query server, it should be identifies from which location the user has been generated, has sent a request. So I can be get the location along with the encrypted query format. So along with this, I can be check the service provider details also. So we are sending these service providers means, so I can be click on the send details. So this data will be transferred to the service provider. Now I am logging as service provider. The username, passwords. We don't have the registration page for service provider. I mean the service providers we have only for each service we have only one service provider. Means one service provider, for each service provider we have only one authenticated person. That is what my intention. So each service provider will have the username and password. Here in my application we are having the admin as the username password. So I can be login as in our application with the as a service provider. So check out what are the options we have available for the service providers. As service provider, we are taking the locations. The query server has sent a request for the location, and I can check the query server details. So based on the query server, whatever the data is sent as the mobile user has been generated, so the data will be accepted by if the admin has been accepted means the data is also be added to our grid system. And the data will be continuously available to the particular mobile users. We are going to use in a systematic procedure. First of all, we are interacting with the query servers. If the query servers will transfer the data to our normal service providers. Again, service providers will send a request to the query server. Query server again will have to generate a request to our normal mobile user. So like this we are maintaining the privacy along with the continuity of the location based services, continuity for the location based services, where the user will get the user defined privacy levels along with the required point of interested information. That is what the entire project will deals with, the user defined privacy grid system for continuous location based services.